morning, happy Saturday, VLCD number 14, April Fool's Day 2017. I'm down 0.2. So yesterday was a steak day. It wasn't for any reason other than I had guests over that I was cooking a meal for, and on the menu included steak. I could have just done a small portion of steak and salad, but it was a T-bone. I knew it was going to be a little bit too fatty, and I decided to just keep it strictly steak, even though the day before I had done an apple day. So the intention wasn't to go after a correction or release any more weight with a mini steak day, which is completely rogue and not P2. It was to stick the previous day's release from the apple day and keep it in place, because, sorry, it's so dark. Sometimes when you do an apple day, it's a huge release of fluid. That's what an apple day is for. It's a diuretic concept. And so I released the fluid, and my concern was I was going to go up again this morning, which didn't happen. I had a 0.2. So the accomplishment of yesterday was not to make it through the steak day, which really isn't that difficult. Again, I like intermittent fasting. It's kind of similar to that. It was the accomplishment was I didn't cheat. So some of you will consider that a cheat, but it was on my plan of what I was going to do. What was not on my plan was the homemade strawberry shortcake that I made, which I didn't eat, and the wine and the IPAs that were on the counter, which I didn't drink, and all of the other food. So I made roasted artichokes with a mayonnaise sauce. I did roasted garlic new baby potatoes. I did a huge salad with pistachios and a vinaigrette that wasn't P2. I did homemade garlic bread, fresh cut garlic, and I did pan-seared T-bones with a whiskey mushroom cream sauce. And everyone was raving about how good it was, and when everyone sat down, they all had their plates, and I sat down and I had this little 5-ounce portion of the filet, and my girlfriend goes, "Is that all you're eating?" I said, "Yes, don't give me a hard time. This is what I want. This is what I'm eating." And that shut everybody else up. These are all, this is like family. They're friends. Our kids grew up together. I went to high school with my best friend, and then her husband was a few years older than us, but he was in high school with us. We've coached competitive softball together. They've been divorced, and now they're back together. We've gone through illnesses together. The night my daughter tried to commit suicide, they got to her before I did because they were closer and brought her to the hospital so we could meet with them. They're very, very close. But they also like their food, and they like their booze, and they like everybody to participate. And when you make a meal that good, there's a lot of social pressure to be involved in the partaking. I pinky swore with my husband, and I was good, and I'm proud of myself this morning. And a 0.2 ain't much, but it's better than a 2-pound gain, which is probably what I would have seen if I'd have had the wine that was on the counter. So I feel strong in my resolve. I feel my energy level's still up. I feel good, and there's an empowerment on what takes place when you follow through with your plan and complete that plan without any hiccups. Okay, so as far as today, I don't have any food planned right now. There's plenty of food in the fridge, but I haven't given it a lot of thought. It's always different on the weekend because my whole family's home. Most of the meals during the week for dinner are planned meals that I set in place, but that I don't cook. My girls cook it or my husband cooks it because I don't get home until, 8:39 sometimes at night. So when I am home on the weekend, they want me to cook. And I understand that. So I will be cooking this weekend, and not so much food prep for myself, but for them. So I'm going to be chewing a lot of gum to make sure that I don't taste or eat what I cook for them. And I really just want to cruise through this decade. This is very important to me. The next decade, I'll tackle that one because I'll just deal with it when I get there. But this one, I feel like I just need to keep kicking it in the teeth. I need to keep pushing hard to remind my body it doesn't matter if it's where it wants to be, it's not where I want to be. And I'm in charge right now with my little bottle of HCG. So, all right, everybody, I'll check in later and let you know what I end up eating today. And I hope you all are having a glorious weekend. It's definitely spring here in California, and it's beautiful outside. Get outside and get some movement in. Take care.